Just like that, chat. Shout out to Daniel in the motherfucking building. Just like that, chat. We back for more motherfucking action, man. This time we on that motherfucking Madden. Y'all already know what it is. It's ice, so you know who said it. Let's get it. Late night edition, man. Yes, sir. Shout out to Daniel in the building. Let's get it. Madden life.
It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown.
Okay, ready?
They'll come up here. 1st and 10.
Ready. Switch. Yellow. Ready.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Tremble comes in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
From the gun, it's Young. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
Set, ready.
Young hands it to Hubbard. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to take this all the way home. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone.
Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Charlotte. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Set, hut. Black swap.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
12, 10. Ready?
Young to throw here on third. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, these third and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on third and short, the kid get the job done.
Ready?
They'll run for it. Hubbard has the first and more past midfield. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 6-0 lead right away. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Return's looking good so far. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles start off well to tie things 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ready?
From the 34. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
Down. Set.
Here's Hubbard on the give. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run,
Okay,
Kate,
right.
particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Play action now. Young. Cuffs. This is Xavier Leggett. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Ready.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, set.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Now it's Young. He's on the move. He can run it. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a second quarter lead. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley.
What?
And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, Kate, sometimes I'm a little reticent to tip my cap to the defense, but that is a job well done. That was a wall to nowhere. A little shuffle pass ends up going backwards because that defense, well, they were sound, they were structured, and they knocked him on his keister.
2nd and goal back to all the way up to the 14 here. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. It's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Picked off, Josie Jewell. And the Panthers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Set, hut. Ready.
They run again with Hubbard. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. And it's the Panthers. Looking at 1st and 10.
Set.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty.
Ready.
And that penalty is going to go ahead and put them right back where they started. It's 1st and 10 again.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap now to Young. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
They're set up at the 35 now. Slot man in motion right. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Barkley's got it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Raheem Blackshear now to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set, hut.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. That pass complete to Goddard. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Josie Jewell making that stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They've got a man in motion. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Hits his running back. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Hurts. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come up 1st and 10. Hurts throwing again. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Shaq Thompson. And the Panthers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Come on, set. Opposite, green. Ready.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Ready?
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. First and 10 now from the 30. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Shaq Thompson finishing that play off. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's another carry for Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Back to throw, Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go to Barkley again. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now Hurts. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Back to throw it. Throw caught by his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play to beat the defense on 4th down. It's 23 yards and a first.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Shaq Thompson. He's at midfield. 30. He's at the 10. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Panthers grow their lead to 8. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Option play. They give it to Barkley, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard to Davion Clowney on that stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hurts looking to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So that brings up 4th and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Looking to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Down.
From the pistol, it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. James Bradbury up from the secondary for that tackle. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Panthers in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Blue check. Set. Go.
This is Hubbard running left. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Here we go.
Ooh, that play clock getting low. Dave Canales forced to call a timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
ready.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw. That's completed right side. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers lead by 15 now. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10 from the 41. Here's Hurts. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. So 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hurts to throw. Able to get it to Barkley. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Hurts. Finds a seam down the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Eagles can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a 1-score game. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. And he's into the end zone. They are really pulling out whatever they can to try to make this game closer. That cuts the lead down by an extra 2. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Blackshear on the return. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers leading by 7. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Counterplay, Hubbard. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Set, hut. Ready?
He'll throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Set. Set, go. Ready?
He's back to throw. On the move, headed right. He finds him beyond the marker. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Set.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And they'll make the stop after a short gain to the 48. Trying to set this up quick.
Smith, Ray.
3rd down run by Hubbard. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Hut.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ready, ready.
Hubbard again. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end it right there, man. I think Ice about to get him some sleep, man. Alright. It's been real. We came, we saw, and we conquered. I ain't new to this, I'm true to this. Alright? Remember that. We up out of here, y'all. Peace. It's Ice, so you know who said it.